Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself in real time, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So to honor your time, if you are looking for a video where somebody's doing a trade recap or talking to you with hindsight in their favor, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, I'm confident you'll find value in this video. So I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back at the open. All right, watching. Oops, I did not mean for that. Meant to try to get short there at 115, but I missed it. But it's okay. Tesla potentially a short up around 172.50 if this thing wants to come back up. I'm not willing to take it down here. But again, if Tesla wants to bounce up a bit, then I'd be interested at that location. But no guarantees it comes back up. So that may cause me to miss a trade if this thing keeps going down. Well, then that's just the risk that you take by waiting for the price to come up to you. But that's what I feel most comfortable doing right now. So if it looks like it's going to bounce back up, I'll get the video rolling, or I should say I'll get the recording software rolling, or if I see something else, I'll do the same, but I'll pause for now. Okay, I have an order at 172.50 here, and I am in. So I'm thinking that this bounce here is not actually legit, and I'm looking for this thing to come back down. So let's see if it does want to come down. The question is, do I maybe want to add at 172 now if it gets down to that level? And potentially, because that could be given a very, very impressive candle. But we first got to see if this thing wants to come back down. At this point, I'm just going to cancel my order to take profits at that level. Because if it can now break down through 172, that should really be I would think, get a nice move in my favor. But it's got to get down there first. So it's trying. There's the break. There we go, took off some right there, so I'm glad I moved that down. Took off another 50, still have 250 shares left. Don't like to see how it's bouncing. All right, so $133 on that one. I don't like this lower shadow. Look at that. And is it going to go green? What a ridiculous move. Yes, there's emotion in my voice. I'm sick and tired of this in the market. Look at that. Things were looking so good, and that fast up it goes. And it would not shock me at all if it comes all the way back down. But that's why it's just such a choppy market right now. And it's been like that for a while. So if you're out there struggling, I get it. Like, I fully understand. Very difficult because you just witnessed that. Got in, was patient, came down, was looking beautiful. Things were, I mean, that was one big old nasty red candle, looking great. And then it went all the way back up there, went green. And who knows, might come all the way back down, but that's just this up and down, this choppy action. So if you ever heard of a trader say things are choppy, you just witnessed chop. That's what chop looks like in real time. Not in a textbook where everybody can cherry pick, and you just went through an entire session there of absolute chop. So yeah, I would have liked to have made more than $133, but in this type of market, as soon as I saw it start to come back up, you know, I've learned that like I said, yeah, it could definitely come all the way back down there. But this thing, I mean, it could shoot up to who knows how high right now. So I've learned that give the thing a chance to move, but when it starts to move, and if it doesn't keep on going in your favor, then in this market, that could be the leading indicator that things are about to not work out. I'll go ahead and pause though for now. And there it is. Ridiculous. Boom. Up it goes. Now at this point, I'm starting to think, should I get short? Because you got to be thinking there's probably a bunch of people from the long side thinking, oh, look how this is bullish. And yeah, but is this thing all of a sudden going to turn around? That would not shock me at all. So 172.25 could be an interesting level. With the exact opposite, right? You have a bunch of bullish people probably getting all excited, but now is this thing about to turn around on them? Whereas I would step in and potentially like to participate. Again, watching 172.25. I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, maybe it's coming into play here. Oh, and it goes back up. Again, I apologize for stopping, starting, but this is genuinely live. I don't know what's coming next, so I'd hate to miss an entry point. So I figure I'd better err on the side of caution. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, once again, maybe. All right, never mind. Okay, maybe it's coming into play here. Again, 172.25. In at 172.27. So let's see if this thing can start to come down. Took off 150 right there. Took off another 75 right there. I don't like how it's getting hung up in this area though. So I'm just going to take those out there. Another quick scalp. Again, I just don't trust these movements. And that movement happened very quickly. So, it prompts, did this thing get a little overextended too soon? But like I said, and now think about how rough that is. What was I talking about earlier? You know that there's a bunch of people getting excited because at one point that was a big green candle. So you had longs saying, oh great, it's breaking out, things are looking great. So how about those longs? They just got chopped to pieces. Just like the shorts, where I was at, got chopped to pieces right there. Came all the way down there, shot all the way up there. That stopped people out. Then longs were buying. That disciplined longs right now are getting stopped out. And does this thing snap back up? Maybe, very well could in this market. And now you're going to have the shorts potentially getting chopped up. So like I said, I get it in hindsight. Maybe you'll be able to sit there and play you should have held longer card. But in all actuality, as it looks right now, look at this. I mean, I'll be fully honest. I want to see this thing go up to 173 so I can sit here and say, see what I mean? We can get the full example here of just how choppy these markets are. That would be great, just for my own personal ego and personal, but yeah, very, very difficult out there right now. So like I said earlier, if you have found yourself struggling, oh wow, you're not alone. You're not alone. It's a difficult market to trade. And Tesla has been no better example of that than what we've witnessed so far. Netflix. Yeah, so got a little bit of a bear pennant here. Problem with Netflix is that spread can get really crazy and difficult. So make alert in the room. So right there. If you're not familiar, I do offer a private community. So right there. Bear pennant was alerted there on Netflix. Tesla still just chopping around. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. So, you know, up $200, and in this atmosphere right now, very, very grateful for it. But I'll look around. Let's see what else is out there. And we just had a huge spike here, or having a huge spike. What in the world is... and you just can't draw this up any better. Welcome to the world of choppiness. So there was a bunch of shorts that you know were playing this, thinking it was going to break down, sort of broke down, came up, and then hopefully they had stops in. And the crazy part here is that, and if you've been trading, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing. Yeah, Clay, but I don't think I'd be shocked if Tesla all of a sudden was back down around 172. I wouldn't be either. Absolutely craziness. Absolute craziness. So I'm trying to think. Probably the title of this video is going to be Pure Chop. Maybe that's what it'll be. Or here's what chop looks like. Because there's no other word that you can use to describe this action. So again, if you lost money here from the long side when that was a big green candle, I get it. Like your behavior, I see where you're thinking. I completely agree. I would not accuse you of being a degenerate gambler. I see what you're thinking when you're getting long there. And then it gets down. And then you look and now it's shooting straight up here. Look at this. And it's what, 9:53. When did this start? 9:53. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's no news that came out. It's just, now if it was like 10 o'clock, then maybe it was some sort of market news, or 9:45 or, something like that. But no, 9:53. Absolute ridiculous. Crazy. All right, well, I'll go ahead and pause. So at this point, I've determined I want to have a green day. So the most I'm willing to risk on any additional trade now is right around $150, which will ensure that I have a green day. Just because after all this chop and all this, I just at this point, I just want to walk away with a green day. And I can do that, right? And you can do the same thing. I mean, it's just now we know, well, okay, how much are you able to risk if you want to walk away green? In my mind, I want to walk away green. Let's just call it $50, worst case. So that means if I'm up 200, I can risk $150. So that'll be my mentality. I don't know if I'm going to find another trade, but at this point, given the action, I'm just not willing to. No, even if I were to, go red, I don't think that would be wrong on your part either, because it's not like I'm up $2,000. I'm up $200. Not that money doesn't grow on trees, so I don't want to come across as ungrateful, but it's not like a huge amount. But at this point, I have mentally determined, okay, here we go. This is what I was looking at. 114. $30. Let me see if I can get that. Double checking. There we go. And then if this thing goes up over 114.50, I'll be out. So that's a 20-cent loss. So that's right around $100 that I could potentially lose. But with slippage, could be more. But unless it's crazy slippage, it should not send me red, which again, as I've explained. But step one in all this is this thing's got to get up to 114.30 for me to be interested in it. So we'll see if it can work its way up to that area. We're getting close. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. Okay, watching Boeing here. I'm going to get short 217.66, looking for this thing to continue. Just had a big failed breakdown. So let's see if this thing continues to create more panic, which I think it will. But if it doesn't, then so be it. But I think if it can get down, there we go. Good. Took off half there. Okay. So basically a nothing burger. In my mind, 217.50 was going to be that panic point where when that broke, then that was really going to cause people, the longs, to freak out. But I was wrong. They did not freak out. No, price may still come down. I'm not refuting that. But as far as causing any freak out, absolutely not. In fact, if anything, you could argue that at this point in time, it inspired people to buy. So the exact opposite of what I thought might have been happening. No, I was quick on the trigger because, like I said, I had to admit very quickly I was wrong. So if there's anything there, I suppose, you can be wrong in trading, but still make money. Yeah, yep. So the breakdown, again, did not inspire panic. It inspired buying. Because look at this thing. Turn right back around. What is that? Oh, EA. EA, what happened there? That's interesting. Whoa, what a move. Again, I'm still thinking, now I have a little bit more cushion. So I still want to end green, but I just have a little bit more cushion because now I'm up 238 with commissions. I don't know, let's call it 225. So what I really could do is I could just get short right now. Risk, if it comes up over 124, at 25, so that's 125. Yeah, it's really just a question of, does this thing want to, but that is just a very big spike out of nowhere. What did I just, oh yeah, Boeing, that's what I just traded. What's Boeing doing now? Okay, kind of just chopping around. So regardless, I was wrong. Didn't necessarily inspire buying in the sense of to send it back up, but I mean, it definitely didn't create panic because this thing just continues to go sideways here. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to just call it good. I'm beyond my 30 minutes, which is what I like to be done by, which I know longer time listeners, you know what I mean by that comment. And look at Tesla. Did it come all the way back down to 172? It didn't, but huge move up and then slow, steady bleed back downwards. And who knows, is this thing getting ready to go all the way back up there? I don't know, but this is, yeah, the title of this video, pretty sure is going to be pure chop. And that's just going to be it, pure chop, because that is all we've witnessed here, especially with Tesla and those trades where, yeah, I had myself positioned right where I needed to be. I was there. I was ready for some continuation, but continuation just never showed up. So therefore, I was quick on the trigger. And I mean, to pat myself on the back, and plenty of times I've been wrong, so I don't say this in arrogance, but I was right to have done so because, yeah, just pure chop out there. So on that, I am going to just call it good. And yeah, I was thinking I'd be up more. I was hoping I would be up more. Like I said, had myself positioned. I just did not get any sort of follow through. It was just a choppy market. So I'll go ahead. I mean, in all actuality, it's 10-12. So where in the world can you make, with commissions, again, $225 in about 40 minutes? Not many places in the world can you walk away with $225 in your pocket after less than an hour's worth of quote unquote work. So I'll be grateful for it, especially given the environment. And, sometimes you just got to survive. And I'd consider one of those survival days, because one of these days it's going to show up and you'll get those. I'm going to get those moves. You're going to get those moves where you get continuation. And then those gains really, really add up. But in environments like this, yeah, if it's going to be choppy, then you got to be a little quicker on the trigger. And that's just how it goes sometimes. But that's the nature of the market. That's how sometimes it goes. So if you enjoy these live trade videos, do two things for me, please. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below, say pure chop if you want. But those two things communicate to me that you enjoy. And as long as I know people are enjoying these live trade videos, then I will continue to put in the time and effort to get these out, because they're difficult to make, to talk to you while I trade and have to think and analyze, make alerts in the room. There's a lot going on. But like I said, help out the channel, communicate to me that you enjoy, hit the like button, and then, say pure chop down below, or if you have questions or whatever, that's fine too. But also check out the channel as a whole, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. So take care, and yeah, pure chop. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.